I lay in my sterile hospital bed, the flickering fluorescent lights casting eerie shadows on the walls. The air felt heavy with unease, as if it held secrets it refused to reveal. It was a stormy night, rain pelting against the windows like whispers of unseen horrors lurking outside. I had been admitted to St. Mary's Hospital for a routine surgery, but something about this place felt off. The hushed voices of the nurses and the pained expressions on their faces made me uneasy. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this hospital than met the eye. As the night wore on, I found it increasingly difficult to sleep. Every creak and groan of the old building made my heart race, but it was the distant sound of muffled screams that sent shivers down my spine. I tried to dismiss it as my imagination, but the agonized cries persisted, growing louder with each passing moment. Unable to ignore the terrifying sounds any longer, I summoned the courage to investigate. I slipped out of my bed, wincing at the pain in my side, and ventured into the dimly lit hallway. The oppressive silence was broken only by the distant drip of water and the echoing moans. Following the cries, I found myself standing outside a door marked "Restricted Area, Authorized Personnel Only." My heart pounded in my chest as I hesitated, contemplating the consequences of my curiosity. But the pleas for help tugged at my conscience, urging me forward. I pushed open the door, revealing a nightmare beyond my imagination. The room was bathed in an eerie blue light, casting an otherworldly glow on the pale, contorted faces of the patients. Their eyes were filled with terror, their mouths locked in silent screams. Tubes and wires snaked across their bodies, connecting them to machines emitting an unsettling hum. I couldn't comprehend what I was witnessing. It was a chamber of horrors, a place where suffering thrived. I stumbled backward, my hands trembling. That's when I noticed the figure in the corner of the room, a nurse standing in silence, her back turned to me. "Please," I managed to choke out, my voice barely a whisper. "What's happening here?" The nurse slowly turned around, her face twisted into a grim smile. Her eyes were devoid of emotion, empty voids that sent a chill down my spine. "You were never meant to see this," she hissed, her voice dripping with malevolence. Suddenly the lights in the room flickered, casting the nurse's face in shadows. She lunged towards me with inhuman speed, her fingers elongating into razor-sharp claws. I stumbled backward, desperately trying to escape her grasp. The hospital itself seemed to come alive, its walls closing in around me. I ran down the labyrinthine corridors, my heart pounding in my ears. But no matter how far I ran, I couldn't escape the haunting sounds of suffering and the nurse's relentless pursuit. Finally, I burst through the hospital's entrance, gasping for breath. Rain soaked my clothes as I collapsed onto the pavement, grateful to be free from that nightmare. I looked up at the darkened windows of St. Mary's Hospital, vowing never to return. As I reflect on that harrowing night, I can't help but wonder what truly happened within those hospital walls. The memory still haunts me, a constant reminder of the darkness that can hide in plain sight. And as for the nurse with the twisted smile, I can only hope that she remains confined to that sinister place, forever trapped in her malevolent sanctuary.